Okay, there you go, honey. This is videos for Richard and Robert because they don't believe anything I say, Uncle Vince. Yeah, no, if they feel like. Now, Uncle Vince, read that paper my dad signed a few days before he passed away. What's it say about the house, Uncle Vince? No, not about the house, about the safety deposit box.
Oh, okay, I was looking for the house.
Because Robert's claiming that, you know, the gold goes to him and stuff, which he's losing it, but that's okay.
I told him that when I said, my brother said that gold goes to me. He said, no, he said it's going to the kids or something.
No. My dad wrote this before he passed away. Dad changed his mind a lot of things, guys. Sorry. You guys weren't there near the end.
Right.
I mean, what did you... Tell him how you feel about my brother's not being there, helping out Dad in his time of need. You want to say anything about that?
It wasn't very nice for you, how you treated your father near the end.
Didn't even come visit Rich.
You never called
Robert
him.
never even took an initiative to come down here. He wanted to come down because his girlfriend had something to do, whatever. And they wonder why I'm mad at them. Anyway, so... What's it say right there, Uncle Vince? To my brother. Go ahead, read.
Also, my safety deposit box will go to Vincent Rita, my brother, if alive.
If alive. If not, who else would it go to?
If not, to Jeff and Richard Rita.
Is Robert's name on there?
No.
No, Robert. It's not on there. Look at me, honey. Robert, there you go. Now, here's about the house, Robert, too. Go ahead, Uncle Vince.
Whatever...
Right here, my house, right there.
I can't make that.
Right here, right here. My house in Florida.
My house in Florida will go to Vincent Rita, my brother, Jeff, and Richard Rita.
Is Robert on there?
Share alike.
Is Robert on there?
No, Robert said nothing to do with it. You know what? You know what he told me one time.
Robert tells you what?
Me and my brother talked for a while.
Yeah. Listen.
You know what he said one time? He said, I'm not giving anything to Robert because he's got too much damn money.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
My brother said to me, he's not giving anything to Robert because he's got too much money.
Robert wants to think that he's going to, because see, Dad wasn't feeling, Dad was mad at me for a little while, and he sent some things to Robert, and he changed his mind again over and over and over. But, you know, I was there for my dad. These guys couldn't even come visit him. These guys want to make me feel like a liar, a thief. And they're telling my mother this, Uncle Vince. This is not the first time me and Uncle Vince got together. We've been together, how many times now? About 5, 6 times. I come down his foot. I did the floor for my uncle here because I care about him. Richard, I got something to say to you. My uncle told me that you called here and said that I'm here to get your money. Did he not say that? Something like that.
He called me and said that he don't have much money and he needs money. Something to that extent.
Oh, he didn't.
Serious. The last time he called me.
He said that about me. Like I need money.
He said that Richard needs money.
Oh, okay. I thought you told me that Richard said that that I'm here just to help you out to try to get your money.
Oh, no.
No? He didn't say that? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Robert didn't say that neither?
Not that I know.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you told me that. That's good, because I'd be even madder at them. Uncle Vince doesn't have much money, guys. Okay? Dad told you he had tons of money. I put this floor in for free for him. Show him the floor. I did the bedroom for him for free. Right, Uncle Vince?
Free.
And I did this for him because why? Why did I do it, Uncle Vince?
Out of the goodness of his heart, he felt that...
These guys think I'm crooks. Yeah. Now, about Dad, when he died... Did he tell you about how his wishes were about them quitting drinking? What did he say about that?
Yes, he did say that Richard and Robert should stop drinking. Is it like a year? Should I say that?
Talk there. Yeah, tell the truth.
Like a year, if they stop drinking before the year is up, that he was going to give them some money back.
Yeah, in the will. Now, do you remember when I was with you at the when I got the power of attorney, and Dad said he wanted to write me a check for the house and gave me the extra money so I could distribute it the way Dad's wishes were.
Right.
Say it. Tell him that's the truth.
He told me, Jeff, that he gave him power of attorney so he could distribute it the way
He wants.
my brother and Jeff.
And that Dad reimbursed me the money for the house that I bought. Do you remember that when I told you about that?
I'm a little slow there.
That's okay. That's okay. But remember when I told you about the
I
check that he wrote me for the house?
Yeah, there was some kind of dispute there. What was it exactly?
Yeah.
You told me many times. I
Right.
remember.
Yeah.
I have a hard time remembering that.
The bottom line is, these guys want to call me a crook. Do you think I'm a crook, Uncle Vince?
Well, whatever Jeff says is right. Because he did everything right. His mind was better than my mind. And my brother did the best thing he could have did was give Jeff power of attorney. If he would have gave me power of attorney, which I thought he should have, I would have made a mess out of it properly. I wouldn't know who to give it to, who not to give it to.
Now,
Jeff knows, because Jeff was with him at his last moments.
and you know the sad thing is about my two brothers, mostly even Richard, and I love that guy a lot, that not once did he come down to visit him except the first time that week, but they have selective memories. And he comes down talking about power of attorney. Right, honey? Why don't you tell that story a little bit? You don't want to? Okay. Anyway, make a long story short, good luck in your life, guys. This is for my own personal use. You know, Uncle Vince doesn't want to hear from you.
Right.
I don't want to hear from you. Do you want to hear from them?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I guess Richard never called me back. He said, I'll call you the next day.
They're all mad because the fidelity money that Dad had,
Right.
the fidelity money that Dad had, they think it's theirs
Yeah.
when it's just they're a beneficiary. You weren't on that beneficiary. Did Dad want you to have some money? Yes or no?
He wanted me
Over
to
there.
have some money.
Absolutely.
Exactly how much, I had no idea. It was up to him.
So
at least I got the money
Yeah.
for the golf cart and part of the roof.
and part of the roof.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I gave you forgot to put this thing down there. Not
Yeah.
only did I give him the gold,
Oh yeah, tell them about the gold. Oh, get close up on this.
I sold him the gold for $600.
No, $300.
$300. I paid $600 for it.
Yeah.
And I bought him a car. I told him to buy a car. He bought a car for $23,000. He took it out of the selling of Nana's house, which went to me and him. I got $77,000 for that house. He took $23,000, which I should have been entitled to $100, probably even more than $100. But I didn't want to dispute anything with him. So he definitely got $23,000, and he bought the car. He drove down here with the car. He kept the car for about 3 months, and he sold the car, and he turned it into cash. How's that?
That's good. Well, the
That's
bottom line is, on the paper that you just read about the safety deposit box.
Yeah.
Are you feel like you're entitled to the gold coins?
I feel like I'm entitled to the gold coins, but I can't do much about
You
it.
can't. But why don't you ask them guys if they can be nice and maybe help you out because you're not really you have much money. Why don't you just say that?
You know, I'm not filthy rich. I have some money, but I don't have a lot of money. It'd be nice if
If Richard can sign in, Robert,
if Richard and Robert could sign the
safety
the
deposit.
safety deposit release on the safety deposit box, so we get the gold coins and keep it just in case I ever need them if I get old.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to say anything else.
Yeah. Well, and were you with me almost every day as my dad was in the hospital
We were
talking every day?
We were talking every day, and I just want to tell you kids something. Before your father or my brother died, maybe 2 days before, he called me up and said, "I love you," and he was dying at the time.
And he wanted you to have some money.
Well,
You weren't on it. You weren't at. Well, the thing is, they think that they think that they were the beneficiaries
Of
on an
everything.
account, and that Dad wasn't allowed to give you anything. They don't realize what power of attorney is. That's how their brains are.
Oh.
They think that I just cashed all the checks, spent the money the way I wanted. I did everything I could on the way Dad's wishes were. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. He did everything that his father wanted him to do, and even more. He buried him. He mailed them money for clothes, for suits.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
got
by the
money for
way, why don't you talk about how you talked me into paying for the funeral before my dad made me power of attorney?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jeff and I don't know about Richard and Robert.
No, neither one. I
Jeff
asked them
and
for money.
Jeff and I was going to give money so we could bury your father. But the way it worked out, he got power of attorney, and he had extra money, and he paid for your funeral.
Yeah, well, Dad paid for his own funeral, but you guys want to make everything into your own agenda is fine. The bottom line is that you talked to me, and I finally broke down and opened my heart and pocketbook and said that you and I were going to pay for the funeral,
Right.
and that after that, my father, when I told him that, that's when Dad decided to make me power of attorney, because Dad didn't want me to waste my own money, guys. It's all like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
That's how life is.
Yeah, right.
You know? And so you were willing to pay for the funeral.
Pay for half.
And what about half the funeral? And I was going to do the other half. But what about when you said you were going to come down and help your father for 3 weeks or so?
Yeah. If your father ever got out of the hospital, Jeff purchased a house specifically for your father to live in, so he could be close, and I could come down and stay with him for a while, and do the best I can in taking care of him.
My wife's crying, guys, because she remembers when I bought that house and for the intention of Dad living there. Not to buy it for Dad. I mean, of course, you know, he was going to live there. It was my house still.
Right.
But then that's when Dad opened up his pocketbook and said, you know what? I want to reimburse you for the house. And don't tell my brothers.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
And Uncle Vince, so what about the house you were saying? About what? Purchased the house and what?
He purchased the house. Jeff purchased the house specifically for your father to live in, and he could be close to your father and look in on him almost every day or every other
And
day.
hire nurses. I already went over the plan with you.
Yeah,
Nobody
right.
knew that he was going to die, guys.
Right.
I mean, hate me as much as you want, man. But you know, I hope to God I have a relationship with Robert someday. I mean, not Robert, Richard. You know, because I love you, Rich.
He
Now,
said
Robert,
he was going to call me, and he never called me again. Richard did.
well, maybe he'll call you after if he watches this. But you know, you're not mad at Richard too much, are
No,
you?
I'm not mad at anybody.
You're not mad at anybody. But you don't really want to talk about Robert with his shenanigans or what?
I don't want to get involved with like
Yeah. You don't want to get involved with your bullshit, Robert. Oh,
Yeah.
Jeff this, Jeff that, Jeff this.
I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
Your father left him power of attorney, so you should respect power of attorney for him.
Ha! There you go, Robert, in a nutshell. So last thing you're going to say to you, Robert, fuck you.
I told you that a couple of times. I said, "Fuck
What did you say? You told me to say fuck him too?
them both."
Okay, there you go. Uncle Vince even says fuck him. Hey, we're done.
What about all some stuff on